Hi folks, Caroline here, and just wanted to record a quick video because I don't know, I just feel energised again. I feel like I've rediscovered my sense of purpose and mission and motivation. Now, what's just happened is I've just been down to the local store in my town, and it is buzzing there. There's so many people, and they can't stock the shelves quick enough because of what people are buying at the moment because of coronavirus. And so I've actually picked up an application form to apply for a job there, which is something actually crazily I've been thinking about doing since before Christmas. But I didn't, I resisted because I was unsure about what I was doing, and I was like, I didn't want to take time away from building my business. But in actual fact, my first ever job was in a shop like our local Londis here, a little corner shop, just a little local store. And I loved that job. I was gutted to leave when I was 18. I started when I was 14 and I left when I was 18 to go off to university. And I just loved it because of the people, the connection and the service and everything. And okay, I used to steal quite a lot of the sweets and the chocolate, but that's beside the point. Yeah, so I'm going to apply for a job, and then as I was there was a little old chap who I recognised. He's a guy that I see walking past in front of my house, backwards and forwards, an old guy, like bent over, bent double, and he was sat outside Londis, just on the curb on the either side of the road. I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "No, I'm just hoping to get a lift back home, just down by the pub." And I was like, "Okay, no worries." I said, "I've got a car." I said, "Hang on there." I said, "Can you walk to my car? It's like 200 metres down the road." He's like, "No." I said, "Right, fine. Stay there, I'll bring the car around." So I did. I picked him up and I just drove him back to his home, which is what, half a mile, not a mile down the road. And then while I was down there, I went into the pub, the local pub, because the landlady's there. I know them well, and I hadn't seen them for a while, so I popped in to say hi. And we were just having a bit of a chat to them as well. And they're trying to organise a sort of a Meals on Wheels type service, because they live right next to a park home with lots and lots of old people. Or a large chunk of their clientele is old people who in the winter go in there for a hot meal at lunchtime. And so they're looking at how they can provide a service where they can cook the meals, plate them up, and then literally deliver them to their door, or have people come and collect them from the pub. And so they were looking for people to help with delivery. So I said, "I've got a car, you know, I work from home, just give me a shout if you need anything." So I feel like I'm doing a lot of stuff for the community now, which is brilliant because it gets me out of the house, gives me something to do, it makes me feel like I can be of service to my local community. Now, why is this so important to me? One, because I feel called to do something proactive and productive, but two, it's who I am, and it's just dawned on me that this is what I've wanted from my life for so long, is to be this person, be the person who puts themselves out there to help local community. Now, I was just saying to the ladies in the pub, I said, that is what I want my business to be, or that is what my business is enabling people to earn a living online, on the internet, in a flexible, adaptable way, so when they can choose where and when they work, because that means that they are available to help vulnerable people or friends or family or loved ones in their time of need. And they can be there, and they don't have to turn people away and say, I'm sorry, I've got to go to work today, you know, I can't help you right now, or I'll help you at the weekend, or I'll help you in the evenings. Because that is always, that's jarred with me somehow, for some reason, and I've never understood why. And I've always said to myself, I've always kind of explained it in my own head by saying that all I've ever wanted is to be a mother and to have a family of my own children and my husband, and because I want to be there for my family. You know, it's important to me to have that belonging, have that sense of that love, unconditional love, that affection, and all those kind of things that I feel that, you know, a family would bring me. But to be the mother that I wanted to be would have meant I would have wanted to be at home for my children, so that I'm there for them physically, emotionally, mentally, you know, have the capacity to be there for them, be their support, be that stability, be that security for them, be that comfort when they need it, and not say, "Oh, sorry, I can't deal with your grazed knee right now, I'm at work, you know, I'm in the office." I used to commute 2.5 hours each way into London in one of my jobs when I was living west of London in Berkshire, and it felt wrong. And it didn't feel wrong, well, it felt wrong for two reasons. One, because I was adding to the congestion and the pollution and so on of people travelling, to me, needlessly long distances to get to a job, to sit in an office, when sometimes I was able to work from home, and that just felt so much more comfortable to me, and now I kind of know why. But so it's not just the commute, but it was also the fact that I was imagining if I had a family, or if I had somebody back home and there was an emergency, it would take me 2.5 hours to get home. Now, I'm not going to be much good at supporting my little boy or girl with their grazed knee, and they just want their mum and they just want a cuddle. You know, how am I supposed to do that when it takes me 2.5 hours to get home? And that's why that always felt uncomfortable to me. And so that's why here I am now. I've made the decision. I was going to move out at the end of this month, in like 2 weeks' time. I was going to leave this house and I was going to go nowhere. I was going to go roaming around the country, sitting in other people's houses, digital nomad, because my job allows me to do that too, because I can work from anywhere. But all of a sudden I feel this mission that no, I'm staying in this house. And after having lived here a year, I haven't really integrated into the community, and that's my own fault, because I haven't wanted to. I haven't wanted to get attached to this place because I always felt I was never going to be here long enough. All of a sudden I feel the urge to be connected and part of the community, and so that's what I'm doing, and it just feels great. It feels me. It feels so much more comfortable. It feels like I'm being of service and being of value to people. And so, yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you today, folks. I don't know if that makes any sense to you whatsoever, but that's where I am right now. So I'm going to sit and make a cup of coffee, fill in my job application form, write my Mother's Day card, go and put one in the post, one back to the shop, and then get to some work. All right, folks. I hope you're all well. Stay safe. Look after yourself. Look after each other. And I will see you in the next video. All right, lots of love. Bye-bye.